and welcome back to Brompton Farm. We finally had a break in the rain. Hopefully it's going to be dry enough. So I'm going to get the JCB out. I'm going to get the fast track out. And we're going to be heading today to try and get one of our fields planted. We've got grass mostly across the farm. We do have one field that is arable, so I want to get that planted today. We're going to be putting spring barley in this year, trying to get us some straw that should help give us manure from the cows when we eventually get them. I'm currently searching out getting some cows. We're not gonna have a massive dairy herd here, but I don't want to leave it too long because otherwise we won't get any milk coming up. So let's get this off the ground. We've got a fairly good weight on here. I actually found this weight in a bush around the farm. It's fairly battered and old, but it does at least allow me to offset the weight of my cedar on the back. Just going to go back around and lower the cedar down because otherwise we're not going to be able to get it loaded up. There we go. Put my handbrake on. That'll make things safer. And let's pull this down and get this open. There we go. Right, so we have no seeds in this at the moment. We need to go and get the bags of seeds from under there. Unfortunately, I can't get this backed up down there. So we're going to use the JCB telehandler and get that done instead. I don't need my bucket this time. There is quite a nice clip-on, clip-off system with the buckets on these things. Means that I don't have to get out all the time and pull all the latches. I don't think this came with it, but they tend to, it has been updated to include it, so it's quite useful that. I'm probably better off leaving the forks on here most of the time at the moment, although sort of daily cleaning up our, cows eventually. So I'm looking to get some chickens and some cows on here. Hopefully I'll have sourced some of them before the end of spring. So maybe by next time I do one of these vlogs, we'll be able to do that. Is that on? There we go. Just want to lift this up. Not overly happy. Oh yeah, that's not very well on that. Sometimes it's difficult to see, and the reason for that trouble then is those weren't flat. This is one problem with this, I found with this telehandler. Because of its age, it doesn't have an auto leveling head on it. So you end up with this issue that you level it slightly higher, and then it causes a problem. Right, let's get that there. Straighten up a little bit. See, now I'm too high, but at least I can see the tip of this at the moment. There we go. Right, that's got it. Now we can just take this stack of barley seed over here, and I'm gonna load it into my tractor, or into my seeder. So I loaded my seeder up. I've actually only half filled it. We haven't even used a full row of barley off here, but it's gonna be pretty good for us. So I wanna pull this down. So we'll fold that up and then jump off, and we'll get our telehandler out of the way and put these barley seeds back. If I get the chance, possibly. In the meantime, what I might go and do is the top end of one of our fields, which is currently grass, would actually be quite good for us to use to put extra crops into. So I'm going to look at that. Also, anywhere that needs barley planted around here for a contract, we will probably try and take that up in the near future, just to offset the amount of money that we have spent on this. Let's pull this into here, and there we go. Shouldn't really do that with the engine off, but never mind. Right, so yeah, this is all loaded up and everything. We can now lift this, and yeah, should do us fairly well. So the field in question is this little one up here, labeled 36 on my map. Should be able to get this through here. This is basically the largest drill that I should be able to get through my gateways here, without the whole thing just folding in. So let's pull this here. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze. I should be all right on that side. Yeah, plenty of space. Means that when we borrow a combine to get this harvested later, we should be able to get one in here fairly well. Let's close this. There we go. And yeah, gonna go over to my longest edge on this field, which is over this side here, and try and position it. Oh man, this field is a little bit of an odd shape, but I think this is going to be my longest, straightest edge that I can do this with. We back this up here. Yeah, this is a fairly long, straight edge along here. It's got that little bit of a turn in the end, so I need to be careful because I want to end up back at the entrance. Check my compass, about 116 degrees. Turn this on, drop it down, and we'll see how far this barley goes. Yeah, there we go. So nice long edge here. Bit of a funny shaped field, but we should still get a decent amount of barley off here. I'm actually going about 114 degrees looking at this. And then it's really shifting down. But the JCB's handling the drill quite well, by the looks of things. And it's going in well. This is a direct seeding drill, so we don't actually need the cultivator for this. We will need the cultivator to get rid of the grass. I wouldn't want to direct seed into grass, but we should be able to just do straight into this, which is pretty good. It means we're going to have sort of minimal ground preparation. I am going to have to do some extra work on the ground at some point, and yeah, at some point probably gonna have to get my field scanned to give me an idea of soil types and things like that, but in general this seems to be going quite well, so I'm just gonna keep going along here. It does mean that we've got a little bit of a tourney set up on our seeder, but we should be all right. 4-meter seeder doing the job really nicely here. I'm coming up to about halfway through the field, and this JCB's running really well on the back of here. Part of what attracted me to this is we actually spend more time on the farm, or we're going to be spending more time on the farm transporting stuff really than doing field work. So the capabilities of this tractor, as far as being a road going tractor, is quite good, but I'm actually quite pleased with how it's performing doing this seeding. It's doing fairly well, and is working with this combiner really nicely. So I'm going to reverse this along here. We're going to fill this in, and that way we can aim to finish the field at the gateway and make things easier for us. So we'll reverse this down this headland here and just fill this headland in. There we go. All right, and then down. And that then just means that we don't have to worry about the headland on this side of the field. I've not touched the headland the other side of the field. I'm trying to basically leave 2 wits worth down there to get that done, and we'll work our way from this side of the field to the other. But this is working pretty well. We should be able to get this up here, and there we go, nicely filled in the field. And then we can get down with our marker again and get this going. So that down there, that there, and follow the line of our previous row. And we're going at about 113 degrees in our direction, and yeah, seems to be working pretty well. Gets a bit tight and fiddly up to the top corner of this field, but I think we have just about got it. Yeah, we're down to 76 litres of seed left, but with just the headlands to go. So let's fold up those, and are we going to get the whole headland in with oh, we might do. This has got a fair amount of width on it. We might actually be able to get all of this headland in one go. Would be very useful. Oh, it might be a little wide in places. I hadn't planned to do it in one go, so we'll see how we do. But yeah, it seems to have fairly good width. I'm just going to jump out of the cab and have a look. So on this side we should pretty much cover it. On the other side we won't. Okay, fine. I would rather do an overlap and get everything. So we'll pull over, we'll do an overlap and double seed a little bit. And yeah, then we should be good. Yeah, and then I think this side here looks a little bit better. And we still got 71 litres, which is brilliant. Right, there we go. And get this done. And then yeah, we will just pull up the side here and get that side bit done as well. It should do pretty nicely. A little bit creaky, the plastic in this tractor, but otherwise we're good. And yeah, there we go. So this is currently our only field. We might do something up the top end of the grass field. We got way more grass than we need, but mind you, we've got the BGA. We do own the BGA on this land. Which was a bit of a bargain with this farm, and hence the really good opportunity. So yeah, that's gone well. So yeah, we've got a lot of grass work we can do on here, and that we can use to generate cash. And in fact, we're probably looking at doing our first cut of it next month, which will be good. It's not going to be great because we haven't really done any treatment on it, because we haven't really had the money to, but it will at least be a half decent cut of grass that should allow us to generate a little bit of money. It should also allow us to get some hay, but I think it's going to be a case of we'll need to do a cut of the grass first. Generate some cash, and then we should have some cash to buy the cows going forwards from then. Yeah, that is, I would say, a pretty successful job. Well done there. I'm very happy with that. We've got the barley in. This is going to generate us some straw for later in the year, so should all be good. And I can get this back to the farm now. all things considered, that went quite well. We've only got 40 litres of barley left in the seeder, so I can get those unloaded and onto a pallet. So let's drop this down, and we'll go and get those unloaded. It's just a single bag on the pallet, so we'll head over here and we can just carry this and get this I'll just put this back on here so that that gets nicely restacked. And with that done, what we can do is we'll just shove that pack down. Yeah, look at the state of this is off one field. I am gonna have to buy a pressure washer. Unfortunately, we only have £5,000 at the moment, and they are £5,000. So I'm going to have to put up with a dirty tractor for a little while. But this should work out pretty well for us. We just need now to go and check in the house, because I think I had a message left for me. All in all, though, that has been fairly successful. Yeah, there we go. That in there. Put that down. Yeah. I can detach all that. What I'm going to need to do soon is get some more fuel. I think, yeah, we're going to have to fill the fuel tank. Again, money's a little bit tight at the moment. So where we're going to go from here, I don't know. For now, though, I'm going to leave this video here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.